Okay, there is definitely no shortage of things to talk about. I was going to do a video making a passionate plea to Shawn Michaels about him keeping his promise and making sure that was his last match. But ultimately I decided that there was no real way for me to do that without demonizing, being disingenuous, if you will, towards Shawn Michaels. And I didn't want to do that because I respect the guy and I love what he's done for the business, so I don't want to do that. And I don't want to demonize the fans of his who actually do trust in him enough to believe that was his last match. I don't want to do that either. Not that I'm not a fan of Shawn Michaels, because I definitely am. I just need some convincing on that front. I'm going to have to wait and see what happens, but that's what I will do. I won't do that video, so that is that. I will be doing a video, however, probably on Saturday, about the apparent new model of pushing the young talent of the WWE, because there apparently is a new model of doing this that was shown in all its glory on this week's SmackDown that has not, of course, aired yet. So we will not talk about that until we actually see SmackDown when it actually does air. But once I do see it for myself, I will do a video on the way they are pushing their talent that is breaking away from tradition, because it is worth talking about and it is worth considering. But for now, we're going to talk about Ring of Honor, because I definitely do not talk about the indies enough, as much as I would like to, because I am an indie fan and it probably isn't clear by the ratio of mainstream to independent wrestling videos that I do on this channel. But the basic reason behind that, and I've said this before, is I just, I want to be informed when I talk about this stuff, and I just can't afford to buy every DVD that comes out. And I could always download the ones that I can't afford, but it just takes far too long, so I'm not even going to do that. But this is current, and there are definitely, for some companies, the internet content that they upload will keep you informed about stuff. So that is definitely good. Chikara's red hot right now with the BDK angle, and I really want to be a part of that myself, but I just have not had a chance to buy any Chikara DVDs lately. But I've definitely put that on my priorities to actually order some of those whenever I get the chance, so I will. The season 9 shows are supposed to be some of the best storyline oriented shows they've done, with a lot less comedy, so that's very good. But we will. That's not this video. This video is about the Big Bang, previewing the Big Bang internet pay-per-view that will be on Saturday night, April 3rd, from GoFightLive.tv. The Big Bang from North Carolina, Ring of Honor's second internet pay-per-view. The first one, of course, was Final Battle back in December, and this is their second one from a new venue. We thought that this might affect the Phoenix shows. The cards were underwhelming, but they apparently delivered. Apparently they did, and that's very good to hear that they actually delivered, and it definitely increases the momentum heading into this show. I'm looking forward to this show. I think it's going to be a very strong show. I'm actually going to order this show. It's only $15. That translates to just over a tenner in euros for me, so that's definitely nice and easy, affordable, so that's good. And let's run down the card a bit, shall we? Okay, I'm just taking this order off of the Ring of Honor website itself. This might be the actual order the matches go in. 7 matches, that'll probably be the extent of it if this show is not as long as the Final Battle show was, which I hope it isn't. But there we go. Apparently the first match is going to be a Butcher's Rules match between Necro Butcher and Erick Stevens, accompanied by Prince Nana, of course. I've seen enough of Necro Butcher to know that he goes out there and beats the shit out of whoever he's in the ring with. That's fine. That's fine for what it is. I haven't seen enough of him to really. I wouldn't say I've seen the best of Necro Butcher to an extent. There's probably some great matches he's been in that I haven't been aware of yet. But what I've seen, he's not going to replace the great brawlers of the past, but he's definitely a suitable replacement for now, and he can have these extreme hardcore matches of varieties with Erick Stevens, who I've seen some matches of. I've seen his matches with Roderick Strong, about 3 of those, and I thought they were really, really good. Not maybe as good as some people on here rated them, but there was one relaxed rules match or something like that I saw that I thought was definitely lived up to the hype. I can't remember what show that was. I'd have to look it up, but there we go on that. So if that opens the show, which apparently it might, it might not be the best choice to open a show, a hardcore match, I don't know, but that's the worst match we have on here, so that should be at least entertaining to watch, and something to, if it happens to open up a show, maybe it'll be the best choice, I don't know, but I don't think so, but there we go on that. The next 2 matches that are listed here are lucha matches. The first one is Cassandro El Exotico versus Magno. The second one there is a tag team match: Blue Demon Jr., Misterioso versus Super Parka and Solar. From what I understand, these lucha matches are like a staple of wrestling down in the Carolinas, if I'm correct. I don't know. Someone might want to brush me up on that, but it seems like it's a local phenomenon to have these matches on the card. So I guess I can understand why they are on the card. The only one of these guys I've actually seen is Blue Demon from his matches in Ring of Honor when he was the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Didn't seem all that impressive to me. He seemed to be nothing special, and I was actually glad to hear that he dropped the title to even if it was to Adam Pearce. He definitely wasn't very impressive to watch, but these are on the card for a reason. It's probably a good reason, probably one that I can't understand, but at least for those people going to the show, they would at least get some entertainment out of it. So there we go on that. A Grudge tag team match: Kevin Steen and Steve Corino versus El Generico and Colt Cabana. Kevin Steen is untouchable right now. His current heel persona is just shining through in so many great ways that he's just one of the most untouchable indie guys right now. One of the hottest commodities, I would say. And I'm definitely looking forward to see what this does for the current feud they're going into. It looks like they're going to hold off on Steen versus Generico for a while, which can definitely make the payoff all the sweeter. They might actually try to drag this out until like Death Before Dishonor, which would be, I would think, the best time to do this, maybe. This should be a good tag team match. Colt Cabana, we have seen a serious side of Colt Cabana in this feud, which is definitely good, because I've seen, I still maintain that while Colt Cabana is still very entertaining, his performances since he came back from WWE have just not been the same guy that I've seen on the 2000s, on the earlier Colt DVDs, to be honest. I just don't. He seems to be missing something. I don't know, but this is probably what's rejuvenated him to a degree. Be allowed to being serious in this feud when he is consoling El Generico and Kevin Steen's enduring degeneration is very entertaining to watch. Steve Corino, I guess I haven't seen enough of him to really judge, but he's probably past his prime. So this should be still a good tag team match that should definitely build towards storylines and the inevitable payoff with a Kevin Steen versus El Generico match. So there we go on that. Pick 6 series match: Kenny King versus Davey Richards. Obviously, Davey Richards is another very hot commodity in the indies right now. That's probably why he was given the PWG title, now that I think about it. But there we go on that. His the status he holds kind of demonizes the fact that he has a tag team partner that is actually as hot as he is, if not as more hot, but definitely as hot as he is. Like, he won the TV title, which I think might have gone to Kenny King. But Davey Richards should probably get closer and closer to that point where he can get a Ring of Honor World title shot, and this definitely is a step towards that. Kenny King is very entertaining, I will say that. Definitely, I thought he would have been the one to win the TV title, but it definitely there are definitely sense behind the decision to give it to Eddie Edwards, so I won't get into that. This should be a very good match, I would say. Definitely two guys that can definitely go, and I'm looking forward to that. The Ring of Honor World Tag Team Title match: the Briscoes, Jay and Mark, against the Kings of Wrestling, Claudio Castagnoli and Chris Hero. The Briscoes, we thought that they were watered down and losing their touch, so to speak, and then apparently they went and stole the show in the main event on the first Phoenix show, so that was definitely very good to hear. They stole the show against the American Wolves, so that was good to hear. The Kings of Wrestling, I can't say enough good things about Chris Hero. I am a huge Chris Hero fan ever since I first saw him. And, he's definitely in the video wires and all that. Definitely been delivering some really good promos, I would say. Claudio has got some awkward promos with him, but the last video wire, I would say, 2 days ago, he definitely held his own there, I would say. He's definitely the muscle of this team, but he can definitely hold his own in the promo area as well, I would say. In some cases. So this should be good. I would hope that the Kings of Wrestling would probably win this match, because even though the Briscoes seem to be kind of rejuvenating themselves a bit, it's still the same team that have held the title 6 times, so you kind of want to get some fresh blood in there. So I would hope the Kings of Wrestling win this, but it should still be a very good match, I would say. And the main event will definitely be the Ring of Honor World Title match, triple threat match, Tyler Black defense against Austin Aries and Roderick Strong. Apparently they teased this match on the second Phoenix night, and it was done in a way that did not take away from the Big Bang match, but actually made you want to see the Big Bang match. That is a very endearing achievement, I would say, to be able to do that, to be able to have the match, not take away from your big payoff match, and actually make the payoff match all that more momentous. You know, this has been, I would say, it's done similar to the way that Joe, AJ, and Daniels had their feud back in November, December in TNA. It was done a bit better, I would say, because Roderick Strong is definitely coming into his own a lot more as a heel, and you could definitely tell that he might turn heel. He might do it on this show, I don't know. But this should definitely, apparently, the way they teased it, makes you really think that this would be a great match. So I'm actually really looking forward to this.